telling me how I used to get you in trouble, and I don't remember a turn of it.
Don't you tell me how I got you in trouble. Now is it going?
We're rolling.
Now, I don't know what's going on here.
We're rolling.
I'm not old enough to know when the story.
Rolling camera.
Is it going?
It's going.
Okay. Do you remember the time when we were all young, when we'd come up to your house and it was, whenever you had to go meal, well, you'd always cook us kids to go out with you. Of course, we left home when we were warned not to come out to the barn because we might get hurt, and of course we didn't have money for doctor bills, Mom always say, but invariably we'd end up out to the barn, and when we get home we'd get in trouble because Mom knew we'd been out to the barn. And another time, you remember coming and getting us girls on a Friday evening and bringing us up here up to Argenta, and we spent the evening or the weekend with you, and then you took us back home. That's it.
That's the end of it?
Mm-hmm. I know it's short.
Everett's got one he wants to tell.
You tell me how hungry I is.
There is one I could tell.
You better not.
But Marvel's boys is around, and my boys is around, and there's a lot of it that might be better if none of you knew anything about it.
Especially the grandkids.
Oh, go on. Yeah, cut loose, Everett, tell it. You don't know what you're saying. Go ahead, Everett.
No, Merv wrecked his 39 Plymouth that night.
Go ahead and tell him.
Merville wrecked his car.
What was he doing? Where had y'all been?
I said that he had children here, and I have boys here.
Well, tell us something else in your story.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that story.
Well, I was up here not long ago with Merville, and I heard some of that. Jean and Merville and I was up here. Everett was up here at Merville's. I heard some of these stories, but I don't remember them all either. Okay, that's all. We must look. Watch out. No, I don't remember. The only thing I remember, you come down one time and picked Ruby and I think was up, and he told us that you wouldn't have to, that you could stay level and you wouldn't vary from that speed limit from Brownstown to Argenta, and you didn't. And I can remember that so
well. My foot was on the floorboard.
No, you made a promise that you wouldn't drive that way if we'd go with you. But you kept it right on speed limits all the way through. And you never varied.
I'm not old enough to know any of the stories back about when you're telling.
Well, you just one always got us in trouble. Mama said, now you kids do not go, because her story was always, you might get hurt and we haven't got money for a doctor. That was always what you said.
What are you going to do when winter gets here?
Let Glenn tell about getting his toe cut off.
There's one I will tell you. I think I told you a while ago about the night your aunt was married. And somebody put 2 geese in her car. I got the blame for it.
But it wasn't you.
She died thinking I'd done it. And I didn't.
Who did do it?
He's dead too. Can I leave now?
Yeah.
Go up there every year with rice machines. Where is that place that town?
It's a threshery in Edgerton, Wisconsin.
Right at the end of the
Yes,
town.
and I didn't do it either. Maybe once in
Maybe
my
where
life.
the show is. We was always
Didn't do something.
in Minnesota. Boy, they really has no stuff there.
What's the name of the town out in Iowa where Ertl Toy Factory is?
I don't know.
I don't remember what the name of that town is. We were out there, and we went through the Ertl Toy Factory, and then that guy, the manager of the Ertl Toy Factory, told us about the Museum of Antique Toys. Really in bad shape down there. And we went down. I'll tell you what. Forget what the name of that town is, but if you ever get out there to Iowa and get a chance to go through that Museum of Antique Toys, now that's really interesting. They got toys there of 100 to 150 years ago, and like your little toy tractors and stuff like that. If they had a piece of dirt on them, whoever donated it to them, if it had a piece of dirt on it, It's still got that piece of dirt. I mean, just the way that people brought it in and gave it to them is the way it's there.
They've got so many of them all, but reproduction. But you kind of wonder sometimes what you're looking at.
Well,
it'll tell you if you read for it.
yeah, you don't take anything into that because it's a museum of antique toys. You know, they know what they're looking at when they have it in there. They buy nothing. It's donated, and like you donate something, your name and you're donated by you and your name and address is put on it, which I found that to be more interesting than. But we'd gone out to Waterloo, Iowa to that Expo 2, the John Deere thing that they had out there 2 years ago, and we just happened to stop by there. We went in a bus, go through the Erdl Toy Factory, and then this guy told us about that museum of antique toys.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
It's a lot warmer down there.
Well, I don't understand why they put so many of these toys that are reproductions in a place. They're supposed to be and all antique toys.
Yeah,
In the dirt?
Last year we were
In the
looking
dirt?
at a
No, in
wooden
the
trash machine. We thought you know had been made 100 years ago. Well, I got
Anybody ready for a walk?
6 years, I found out. But they did have another one there. There was.
There's a guy out there in Nebraska. He's retired. And evidently he must have been a machinist and an engineer and whatever you do. But he took the motor out of a John Deere B, which is one of the smallest ones. And then he built the wheels and everything and made it look like the old John Deere D. And the whole tractor's only about this tall. And it runs. And he built a miniature John Deere Thrasher, which is the whole thing's about like that. And he had it sitting there, and he had a box wagon that he had built, and he'd put 2 handfuls of wheat, straw and stuff into that little thrashing machine. And it'd go through, and then the seed would come out into that box wagon.
Janesville, Wisconsin.
Yeah, they have a.
Well, that threshery is. It's just north of Janesville and just south of Edgerton a little bit. I thought it was Edgerton is where it was.
Anyway, they had a little miniature thrash machine there that actually worked.
Yeah.
And had a small steam engine that pulled it, and they also had a little bitty waterway.
If I would have brought my pickup truck, I got all those pictures out there in the dash of my pickup.
Did you go here Blue Mountain this year, that big show there?
Oh, there at Pueblo.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, it's Pueblo. I didn't get to
I'm
go.
going to go home and feed them in, and then I'll come back later.
Well, don't you tell them what kind of buds I'm from this year, will you?
Oh, okay.
Don't tell them what kind of.
Don't tell them there's this many Smiths in the neighborhood. But
You tell them
it was
a
right
nice bunch.
Oh, just a nice bunch is right.
they had that.
It wouldn't hurt your life a little bit.
This year it was at the same time as that old Threshers
Okay, I'll
reunion
tell
up
them
at Pontiac, and
I got
I went up there
you.
this year.
Okay.
I thought maybe you was over here. I told Mary.
No, I went up
over there to see if you was there.
No, I didn't get to go. I didn't go because it was at the same time as the one up Pontiac, Illinois.
Only that's far, right?
Yeah, we've been kind of burning it slow there a little bit, hoping we get a good bed of coals. But
Well, I'd say down underneath there if you had a hot dog stick right, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's burning a lot slower than I thought it would.
People in?
They're just going for a walk.
That's a heck of a place to walk in a cornfield.
Well, it's better than walking in the dirt.
They're looking to see if they can find an ear corn, I would imagine.
I'll tell you what, these new shellers or these new pickers today,
They don't.
you just damn
You know
near-
what you're doing, well, they don't believe in it, do they?
No. Oh, you might on the corner where you're breaking into them.
They got that rabbit starved to death out there at Pleasantwood.
Yeah, but right here in the corner, like when you come up still off of the yard and stuff and breaking into the fields, you might leave a little few right on the corner. But
I'm down there the other day, and Carol was down there, and they were looking at the corn in the field, and he said, there's one right there, got about 3 or 4 grains on it, better leave it there, because maybe a hungry peasant come along with it. That's the one they'd seen, they didn't have any grains on it.
oh boy,
Marvel,
Yeah,
is this ground plowed or disc or what?
discs. They just look like, listen like this, run a disc over.
or do you run a chisel plow or do you bowl board plow yet?
Bold. And you just want to kill her, because she went down anyway, and that she couldn't walk. And I talked to him into letting me take that old cow home. I go home and get the old cap, that old horse, and the sled. And I took that old cow home, put her in the barn, kept her cool, and Uncle Dan, and Ruby knows it. They always kept that fucking out just as sharp as razor in there. Took the corn coffee, felt like it, and laid that through there. And lanced that hip, and then I bet they're happy I was fucking on that hip. Well, that hip was just sunk away in. She had 18 pigs. Boy, I think it's not so much pigs you ever seen. I was so proud of them pigs. One day I come home from school and I didn't know 18 pigs. I didn't have no money either. That took, sold the pig, got a good price out of them, took the money and bought us kids all winter clothes. You don't do your kids that way anymore. Well, I didn't like it that time either.
Wasn't a whole lot you could do.
No. Well, Everett,
There wasn't no money.
you've been with me. I guess when we would go to town on Saturday night, didn't even have a dime in our pocket to spend. We thought we was all right. We thought we was having a good time. We didn't know a difference.
Hey, I still do that once in a while. It's called a river rest instead, though. Go out there and be short on money and that, and go down and get some gas and that, and go out there and just fiddle around fishing up and down that river all day long and that. And end
You
up
know,
having more
that
fun.
Leslie McNeely that moved down there on that place when you moved up here,
Like,
young like just died about, Helen Hunt died about a year, just a little bit after Helen did. And then Leslie died.
well, I'll be done. I didn't know. Neoma still lives right here in Morrisonville.
She does.
Who's that?
Neoma McNeely married Shirky. She was here in Morrisonville. I didn't know. And she hadn't told me.
I haven't seen her for
I was
50 years.
young enough that I don't remember.
No, you wouldn't remember.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm glad you finally found it.
Nice to meet you.
My granddaughter was going to bring a girlfriend to her. I didn't know what to do. Drive her, take her, kiss her, or I was going to go to her. They told me right away, just keep your hands off.
Just keep your hands off.
Anytime you want to come down here and say, all right, folks, people live, come on.
She's probably getting close to 70 years old, ain't she?
No? Oh, yeah. Well, she'd be more than that. I didn't know, I'm a little older than that. She knew like she was.
I was thinking she was about my age, about 73,
I think she probably is.
I did it because most of them
Well, you
Well,
better
it's
think
getting
about it.
quiet.
What kind of story?